Turning to the national scene, even though it's summer break for the MPs in Ottawa, it seems the heat remains quite high for Justin Trudeau's Liberals. His rival across the floor, Pierre Poilievre, continues to dominate the polls with no sign of giving up the lead. So, our Parliament Hill correspondent Glen McGregor joins us from Ottawa. Glen, what can we expect on the political scene over the summer?
Yeah, Mark, MPs were actually supposed to keep sitting until tomorrow, and they decided to knock off a couple of days early. They insist that this is not a summer vacation, as they always do. They say they're going back to their ridings, they're going to be handling constituency issues, those kinds of things. But it is a relief from a very busy schedule in the House of Commons in this spring sitting. Over 14 weeks, 15 pieces of legislation made it through the House of Commons. Some big ones, of course, that budget bill from Christopher Freeland's budget in April, as well as the pharmacare bills. Those things are now headed towards the Senate and need approval there to become law, and that will likely happen in the immediate future. So a busy time, but you'll see MPs pretty much branching out across the country. Of course, all the GTA MPs coming home, you're going to see them knocking on doors on the barbecue circuit. They're kind of into sort of a constant campaign mode. You know, we're only a year and a bit from the next federal election campaign starting. The Prime Minister today is in the Maritimes, campaigning there, promoting some of the initiatives they took for the school food program. Pierre Poilievre not really taking a break. He's out in Quebec doing sort of town hall events. So although the action has stopped here in Ottawa, Mark, it's going to keep going right across the summer. MPs are going to be very busy.
Speaking of campaigns, both the Liberals, Conservatives will be keeping a close eye on this Monday's Toronto-St. Paul's by-election. So what's the state of play here between the two parties at this point?
Yeah, this is a fairly safe Liberal riding, at least it has been. Carolyn Bennett was the last Liberal MP to hold it, and she's now gone off to become the ambassador to Denmark. So the Liberals really want to hold on to that seat. They're running someone named Leslie Church, who was previously an aide on Parliament Hill. She's sort of a long-experienced advisor to Liberal cabinet ministers, now going to try her own hand at politics. So really the pressure here is on the Liberals to hang on to this. A lot of people are watching this, wondering if this is going to be kind of a litmus test for Justin Trudeau's leadership. Of course, he is, as you say, the polls are not good for the party. They are down about 20 points behind the Conservatives and have been for quite some time. They were really hoping that the budget and all those measures aimed at younger people, some of the housing initiatives, and also combined with the inflation rate coming down and the Bank of Canada then reducing the overnight lending rate, those things were going to kind of help them deal with that main issue of the cost of living, and that they would get a little bit of bump in the polls. We haven't seen that happen, at least according to the most recent public opinion polling. That seems like a very solid Conservative lead, and we'll see how long it lasts over the summer. But if the Liberals lose St. Paul's, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure, more pressure on Justin Trudeau to consider his options here. And we'll see by the fall whether or not he comes back and still is going to be leader. All signs from his office is he intends to do that. He intends to lead the party into the next election campaigns. And so far, we haven't heard a lot of voices from within the Liberal Party, within the caucus, calling on him to resign, at least publicly, although there's certainly lots of grumbling. So it's going to be an interesting outcome Monday night. We'll be watching closely and see if that is any kind of signal on Justin Trudeau's future.
All right, Glen McGregor from Ottawa, thank you.